Hi guys. Just getting things going for the day. I'm inspired to make a quick video because our front yard's really starting to take off. Hi kitten. We'll call it affordable abundance. A good share of what I've got here came as gifts or barters with other friends. We have bought a lot of things to put in there, but over 8 years, this is 8-year-old. I'm George, Fat Ninja Farm, for anyone who's not familiar. It's an 8-year-old permaculture designed food forest. I'm just going to go through and name some of the things and how we've attained them, how we've got them, and how we've passed them on as well. Things like the stinging nettles are very easy to dig up a clump and let someone else bury that, or let someone else propagate that, plant that. Sorry, this was distracting me. We got cat, chickens, dog, ducks. This Nanking cherry was from a friend. There's a few ways to propagate that. It sends out runners from its root system, which you can cut off and separate. I propagate it out front. We'll have a look at we call it propagation station, a misting station for hardwood, softwood, and semi-hardwood cuttings that we do. 3 different stages of these plants that we can take. There's also tipping we use with the summer-bearing raspberries. Looks like one here. So this is a black raspberry, summer-bearing, that grew through the fence, came down and touched here. If I pull that out, it's probably got some roots on it. You see the roots there? Let me just go ahead and dig it out. So that's called tipping. I'll cut that at that bent spot there. That'll give us another berry. These are blueberries here. They're not as easy, but I also do a semi-hardwood cutting and a softwood cutting on these. So when they grow this year's new growth, it's starting right there. I'll take a cutting of that. I always digress and get sidetracked, but look, pawpaw flowers, yay! Okay, what else? This is a josta berry. It's just going to flower now. I've never propagated it from seed. It's probably possible. It takes from cuttings very easily. Same with this gooseberry over here. This is a gooseberry, just loaded with berries. The autumn olive doesn't do as well, but I have gotten cuttings to take. There's a butterfly up there. The figs take really easy from cuttings, sticking them in the ground. All the flowers are quite easy to divide, being perennial. As the clumps get too big, you divide them. Seem to have made the frost. But I think I'll stop here. We see the abundance back here after 8 years. And I just want to show the front yard, which I was looking at this morning, inspired this video, because it cost us nothing other than the greenhouse. It was propagating these plants that we have already in multiple varieties and just sticking them in out there. We'll go have a look at that now. Just want to catch this butterfly before we leave. It's actually a moth. We can hear the bees humming on this gummy berry. And that moth feeding. So it's not just abundance for us. It's abundance for that diversity of plants, animals, insects, fungus. All right, let's go up front. Have a look there. So behind me is the front yard. Here comes a car. Move towards the yard and explain it. Step out of the way. So we have every plant here was either a gift, a barter, or something we propagated. The only expense so far has been the gravel in this greenhouse. But I also want to explain how it's planted like the backyard, but in one giant guild. Really, we could even almost take in these oak trees giving us acorns, being the overstory. There's also a, I'm going to step farther away from that road. That sure does take away from this video, I believe. This is a gift from Gabrielle. Thank you, Gabrielle. That's going to be a full-size peach. So that'll really be the key species of this guild. We don't count the acorns or the oak trees around us. But there's also a variety of fruits, nuts, berries, edible ground covers, beneficial flowers, nitrogen-fixing plants that have all come from, like I said, propagating or gifting. There's multiple varieties of these gooseberries. They're all starting to flower. A few varieties of josta berries. See those over there. Autumn olives, both the invasive and one that I've purchased. The invasive we're trying to get rid of, but while they're here, we do harvest the berries and chop them back. These are perennial leeks. I also give lots of these plants away, as many people can attest to, because we have such abundance once it's planted. It's perennial. I can go on these rants, but it's like a lettuce head when you plant that in the summer. Sure, the first couple leaves take a while, the next few are a little quicker, and then that lettuce takes off. Well, the same thing with these flowers that divide by bulbs, berries which propagate. They become very big in the coming years, very quickly, producing abundance. Losing track here. So, oh, I lied. I fibbed. I paid for this one. It's a white gooseberry. But other than that, it's all from cuttings like this elderberry. It's perennial leeks, irises, the bulb divides, mulberry that came from a cutting that we did, Nanking cherries out front, gooseberries, josta berries, and currants inside, yellow raspberries along the front, nitrogen-fixing bushes like these autumn olives, silverberries, dynamic accumulators like comfrey, which come from divides, these blueberries, which are from cuttings. So as we look through here, it's just right full of free food. Blueberry, 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 yellow raspberry, silverberry, gooseberry, and other things like catnip and old flowers. What do we want to look at next? This is a hazelnut. That'd be a Nanking cherry. Is a Nanking cherry. More the same around this side. Gooseberries, josta berries, figs, currants, yellow raspberries, red raspberries, and so on. This is the propagation station now. This greenhouse will turn into a propagation station. We'll put a border in the bottom, and so all these cuttings will be in the bottom. A couple stages going up on root development. I dug this up early just to make sure that we've got roots. This is an elderberry. You can see the roots there. So by taking these cuttings in different stages of their lives, gently cover that back up, we're able to get a nitrogen-fixing silverberry, multiple varieties of figs, multiple varieties of gooseberries, josta berries, mulberries, some more figs, there's some elderberries in there, honeyberries, autumn olives, all for free from just knowing how to propagate it, gift it, work within the community to build it. So this, in a very short time, becomes this. Because in the coming years, those perennials explode in size, allowing us to take more and more cuttings, gift and barter with those, while the animals relax in it. I hope I didn't lose your attention too much with that, didn't get too long. Affordable abundance. Please like and share. Start the conversation. See ya.